Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another new movie review. Today we are talking about the very first new theater release of 2019, Escape Room. Directed by Adam Robitel, Escape Room follows 6 strangers who are invited to an escape room with a $10,000 prize if they escape. They soon find out, however, that the rooms are designed to kill. The premise of the movie does borrow a lot from Saw, just kind of with the facade of these now popular escape rooms in front of it. Escape rooms are very popular around where I am. There's a ton of them, and me and my friends have been to quite a few of them, so I enjoy the escape room. So, I did like the premise for the movie. It's way better than, another relevant premise like Slender Man. And just like Saw, the movie does offer, a nice discussion when the film ends, the kind of, like, what would you have done discussion that movies like Saw offer. I thought the characters were very diverse in their own walks of life. Like, we had a very good variety of different types of characters, and of course, as they make their way through each room, you find out the strengths and weaknesses that each of them have. And I felt, at least, that we learned enough about the characters to where we actually cared about them. Obviously, there are certain characters that, as you imagine, make it further along in the movie than others, so we learn a bit more about those characters. But other than that, even the ones that don't make it very far, you do learn things about them, and you care about them in some capacity, or at least I did. The standout character for me was our main character, Zoe, played by Taylor Russell. Her character, like all the other ones, were flawed and realistic. Like, I feel like a lot of times I just found myself thinking in the movie, like, a character like Zoe's in maybe like an action movie or another type of movie would kind of be like the perfect all package. Like, not only would she be extremely smart, but she'd be, like, physically athletic, be able to take care of her own physically, she'd be confident. And I liked that she had some flaws, even though, she's extremely smart and she's able to solve a lot of the more complicated puzzles. Same with the other characters. They all had like their strengths and weaknesses, and to me that made them realistic. Speaking of the games though, I thought they were cool and creative. I say the games, the rooms, the escape rooms, the puzzles, whatever. They were cool, they were creative. I found myself genuinely interested in what the next room was gonna be, what, I feel like the trailers kind of give away the first room a lot. So the first bit of the movie, I was a little bit like, not that I wasn't paying attention, but I wasn't as invested. Once they get past that first room that we see in the trailer, that's when it started to pique my interest more and more, and I wanted to see what was coming next. So I think they did a good job of that. It's kind of like Cube in a way too, like each room, you're thinking what's gonna be next, like what could they possibly throw at them next. The biggest flaw of the movie for me though was the ending. Getting into spoilers here, although it does say it in the title, just warning again. The point where we, make it to the end of the game and we find the game master or whatever is a huge letdown. Like, it's just some random dude who pretty much right away tells us that he's insignificant. He's like, I'm just the game master, I'm not the puzzle maker. And so at that instant, I'm like, okay, so we're not supposed to care who you are. What's this all about? Like, what have we been working towards in this movie? The whole end of the movie, once they make it out of the escape room, is just like a series of, like, it's like the filmmakers were just throwing shit at us at the end of the movie. They escape and kill the game master. Yay! Zoe finds out it was some sort of simulation because the building is nothing like she remembers it to be when the police take her back there. What the heck is going on? Zoe decides she's going to find the puzzle maker and defeat him. Yay! Then, randomly, we are thrown into some other game that is set on a plane. We find out that that is actually a simulation, and it's the puzzle maker who tells us that he designed this simulation to test Zoe, who's about to get on a plane to come and find him and defeat him. The puzzle maker, when we do see him and hear him, is just this shadowy, distorted figure with a distorted voice. Almost like they didn't know how to end it, so they threw in multiple endings, but instead of just having multiple endings, maybe kind of like Unfriended Dark Web, even though I didn't really like that concept, they just did all of the endings. Despite everything the filmmakers threw at us at the end, they didn't throw at us a reason to give a shit who the puzzle maker is. And also, just to, you know, throw it in there, the dialogue was very cringy and cheesy at times. It wasn't all bad. There were just certain times, and it's very noticeable, like it sticks out like a sore thumb, where all of a sudden the dialogue gets unrealistic and you're kind of thinking to yourself in the movie, this is not how normal people talk to each other. But it's not all bad. Like the entire movie of dialogue was not bad, just parts. So overall, it was not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. After a couple of really bad January horror releases, Bye Bye Man, I'm looking at you. I went in with very low expectations for this one, and it did exceed them. It wasn't a great movie, but it, like I said, was not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But however, the ending was a bit disappointing, unfortunately. So I'm gonna ultimately give this a 2.5 out of 5. IMDb, it's got a 6.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 49% critic score and a 67% audience score. And Letterboxd gives it a 2.6 out of 5. Just mind you, these are the scores on Friday as of me recording this. So on Monday, by the time you see it, they'll probably have changed. Alright, so obviously the only place you can see this right now is in theaters. So if you did go and check out Escape Room this weekend, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday, and you can ring that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video, even though it doesn't always work. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye! This video is brought to you by all of these awesome Patreon supporters who are listed here on the screen. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you want to find out the perks to being a Creepy Patron Peep, you can follow that link that's in the description box. And if you want to check out more videos, you can click the video that's on the screen right now.